Hi, I'm Pete from Jamie's Food Team, and today I'm going to show you how to joint a rabbit. Now this is our rabbit. I'll take it off the paper the butcher wrapped it in. Get rid of that and lay it out on the board. Rabbits most often come with a head on. It's not for the squeamish, so don't look at it if it bothers you. First thing we'll do is open up the cavity and look for the offal. Now the butcher's already taken the kidneys out, so I've got them ready for cooking. But if your butcher doesn't take them out, then you'll find them just here, and all you do to remove them is pull them out. They're about the size of black grapes. Very easy. Pull them out, pop them to one side. Now the liver is still here. That's it. And to remove it, it's quite simple. Take a little knife and you just cut the membrane, holding it in place. There's your liver. Now there's several different bits to it, as you can see, and they're held together by a little bit of gristle. So just trim these lobes off, get rid of the gristly bit, that's that there, and these bits are all good to go. So I'll pop them aside for later, get them out of the way, and then we'll deal with the rabbit. Now as you can see, there's the head here, there's the shoulders, then this bit here, it's got all the lovely juicy tender meat in it, which is the saddle, and then it's got two legs. I'm going to show you now how to separate them all so that we can cook them either on a barbecue or in a nice pot roast or slow roast or something like that. Now obviously this knife is a little bit flimsy for the job, so we need a bigger knife. Now you could use a big Chinese cleaver to chop these things, but really the Chinese use those cleavers because they're very, very good at it, very experienced, they have very sharp cleavers. It's not the best thing for an amateur cook to use. So I'll show you one way of making sure you cut straight through bone first time with an ordinary knife quite easily and quite safely. So the first thing we'll do is just get rid of the head, because I know not many people like to look at that. So turn away now if you're squeamish. I'm going to take a sharp knife, chopping knife, quite a thick, heavy knife, hold it in my left hand and put it where I want the cut to be. Now in my right hand I'm going to pick up a rolling pin or a piece of solid wood. Now if you've got a rolling pin to do this, bear in mind that you might end up marking it. So if you've got an old one hanging around, or if you don't want to use your rolling pin and mark it, then just a piece of wood is fine, because all we're going to do is whack it on the back of the knife like that. So hold on to your knife, keep it steady, make sure it's the place you want to cut. Couple of whacks and you're straight through. Okay, job done. Now we'll cut the shoulders off. So if you pinch the muscles around the top of the shoulder, you'll find that it comes away from the body quite easily. And all you have to do is cut like that. And it comes away nice and easily. One shoulder, two shoulders. So I'll pop them to one side, and then we'll deal with the legs. If you lie the rabbit on its back, here are the two legs, and then really you just free them from the body. There's a joint right here, the top of the leg, where the leg bone joins the main body, and you just cut right through that. It's quite easy to find with a little fiddling around, and simply cut round it. Not that difficult. If you cut round the bone, it's really easy. So I'll do the one on the other side. There we are. There's your two legs. Right, pop them to one side. And now we've got the rest of the body. Now these bits here are the belly flaps, which look a bit sort of flabby and useless and kind of not what you want to eat, but they're actually really tasty. They go very crisp and delicious when you grill them, and they go nice and sticky and soft and chewy when you stew them. So no sense in wasting them, just cut them off. And this is really all you do. It's very easy. Where they join the body, we just make a cut. Yeah, I reckon that's what it, yeah. There you go. Those are your belly flaps. I'll pop them to one side. We're going to use the same chopping trick with a rolling pin to cut the rest of the carcass up. So we'll make 4 cuts between here and here. The rest is a bit bony and they're good for stock, but I wouldn't put it in a stew because there's not that much meat on it. So first of all, I want to cut about here. I'll line my knife up exactly where I want it to be. Take my rolling pin, couple of good whacks, and you cut right through. You can just pop that in the bin. Now at this end, I'm going to cut about 3 ribs up. That's where I want to make my cut. There we go. And this is nice for stock. It's a bit big and bony to put in a stew, so I'll pop that in the bin. And here's the middle bit of the rabbit. So I'm going to make another 3 cuts into 4 even bits. That looks about right. If you press the knife down onto the meat, make little indentations, and you can measure out how you think it should be cut. Make yourself little guidelines like that, without actually cutting through, just with the tip of the knife. And when you're happy with them, set about cutting them exactly the same way. There you go. Now see how nicely and evenly that's cut. If you were hacking away at this, you'd have to give it 4 or 5 nice chops, and then the backbone would be splintered, there'd be bits of bone in your food. That's not good. And it would be really ragged and ugly looking. But this is just the easiest way to do it. Piece of cake. So there is your saddle. Here are your belly flaps. Here are your shoulders. 2 legs. And offal. And that's how to joint a rabbit.